Hi YouTube, this is Carrie with Traveling Without Borders. This is actually the second time I'm trying to film this. The first time I realized it was out of focus, and then my phone was kind of, I don't know, it was in the wrong position. So I'm still learning this, so hopefully this one will work. Okay, so today I'm going to show you the curriculum that we've chosen for first grade. We homeschool year-round. Because my husband's work schedule, he works 2 weeks and then he's off a week, and so on those weeks off we either travel somewhere. We travel to see family, or we since we live in our camper, we take our home and we go someplace new. So during that week we want her to be able to have fun with us without having to worry about too much work. So we just homeschool year round. We just kind of take our time, and it's worked out perfect so far, which she's only in first grade, so we'll see how it goes. So you'll notice through here some of this is in second grade because we've already finished the first grade, because technically she starts some of this stuff, she started like early last summer and sometime during the summer. So but I'm gonna go through it and talk about each thing. All right, so this one I do not put in this binder. I talked about this binder in another video and I'll link it below. But I do not put it in here because I realized as we kind of went through it, she just started it not too long ago. But usually I just throw away pages as we're done, because in the state of Texas we don't have to keep any of it, and so I don't want it. I don't want the clutter. I think it's cute and I want to keep it, and then I think about, she don't want it either. Like when she gets older, she ain't gonna want it. So, so I usually just throw everything away, but then I noticed that some of the questions, she may need to look back on the vocabulary, because they have vocabulary on the, different days. So there's none there, but a lot of the days they have vocabulary, maybe. So, for now, I'm just going to keep it in this book. I do not like it being in this book. I don't know if I'm going to put it in her daily binder and just let her, do it once a day like she does everything else, and just keep it in there. I don't know what I'm going to do with it yet, but as of right now, it's just sitting in the binder. So this is, or sitting by itself, and I don't like that. So this is the daily science for grade 2. I just went with grade 2, partly because we were already kind of close to going into grade 2 with a lot of the other stuff anyway, and then partly because I just thought the other one was just a little bit lower. I thought she could do this one just fine, so that's what we're doing. So it's an Evan Moore. I like this one. It's like I said, it's daily, so you have one little lesson a day. She just does one side a day, like she does most of it. Okay. So she starts off the day with either reading or these puzzles, which I consider logic, just to kind of get her head going for the morning and kind of get her thinking about school rather than whatever she was doing, playing with Legos or whatever. She had been getting on her tablet before school, and we had to stop that because I think she was just kept thinking about whatever show she was watching or whatever. So that we're working on good time management for the tablet right now. But so she can't have the tablet before school at all, and she hasn't been getting it until about 3 here lately. So, but anyway, so she does these as kind of like logic. She's already done the Sudoku for first grade. I like these books. They're really nice. It didn't take her long to catch on. They just have the 4 blocks instead of the the big 9 ones, and so I don't. We'll just keep going. We'll do the 3rd and 4th and just keep going right along with them. So then she does a word search. She's finished one word search book already, and we liked it. This one I do not recommend. It misspells words. Like it will have a word in there, but like it will have, like instead of ending with a ER, it would end with a RE or something like that. It would be misspelled. And so we've basically just had to skip over words. I haven't seen more than one per puzzle yet that is messed up. I don't know. I mean, we've been in the book for a while, but I mean, we're still probably, you know, we still have a good ways to go. I don't know if we're going to keep going with it or if I'm just going to trash it, because, you know, that's kind of irritating not having the, you know, words spelt right. But, I mean, other than that, she likes it. She does get irritated that some, you know, the words aren't spelled right sometimes. But other than that, she likes it. It has really nice topics. Like this one's AT, or excuse me, IT, not AT. They have pets and nature, and they've had Christmas and Valentine's and rooms in my house. She just did one that was about Frozen, the movie, and she loved that. So it has really, really fun topics, and she enjoys that. But I don't know if we're going to keep up with it or not, since it's, we probably will, just because I don't want to spend the money on another one. But yeah, we'll see. So then she does logic. This is for grades K through 2. It's book 1, Lollipop Logic. She likes this one. It's really fun for her. It's a lot of what's different, you know, what's different in these, or which ones are the same, or so it's really good, again, to get her head going in the mornings. So then she does daily geography, and I keep saying then she does. All of these things, I don't care when she does them, as long as they get done, so she can do them in whatever order she wants to. It does not make me any difference as long as it all gets done. I do like her doing the puzzles first, though, just to get her head right. But even just a couple of days ago, she did her math first, and that's usually one of the last things. So it doesn't matter. But yeah, so this is daily geography. It's grade 1. She's been working on this for a few months. And just like it says, it's daily geography. So it'll have you a map. This is the map of a zoo, and they have really fun maps. This is a map of the zoo, and they'll ask you, you know, sometimes north, south, east, west questions, and questions about the map key. But you just do 2 questions a day. Say Thursday, which we don't homeschool Monday through Friday. We just sometimes she homeschools on Saturday, and sometimes she won't have school on Monday. Sometimes she'll do it on a Sunday. But most of the time she doesn't, because of church, and Sunday just is a really hectic day. I'm sure it's like that for everybody. So yeah, so she just goes to the next one. For us, she doesn't pay attention to the day, so she'll just go to the next one and do that one. But so yeah, so there's 2 questions every day, and then there's a little challenge at the end for that. So like, what is south of the snack shack? Was it the bears or the monkeys? And so they'll look at their little compass and the snack shack, and there's the bear. It's the bear, not the monkey. So yeah, she enjoys that. It's really fun. She's doing a Texas one this week, and she's enjoyed learning about her home state and where we are compared to her grandparents and all different things. But yeah, the map is really fun. So here's another one about the same. It has a snack shack too. But yeah, they have really fun maps. Sometimes they are, you know, like this, like fairs, and other times they have states. So she's already done a few states. Like I said, now she's doing Texas. But I really think this is just a really good overview of everything. And we're hoping to travel a whole lot more in the months to come. And so this is kind of giving her a little overview of just everything. She tells me she wants to go to Antarctica and New York. So yeah. So then she writes. She practices her handwriting. She usually does that probably about after logic. That's how I put it in her binder anyway. But this is a reason for handwriting. This is the level A. She's almost done with it. But it's pretty nice. It shows her the correct way of writing, and then lets her trace one, and then she's on her own. and then, which this is the end of the book, and so the beginning of the book was not like this. But then she'll trace the verse, and she loves tracing the verse. She always asks me if I want to listen to the verse when she's done. So, but yeah, so here's the reason for our handwriting level B, and we'll just start that one after we finish with that one here, and geez, probably just a couple of weeks, it looks like. So I already have that one in there. We'll probably skip. I don't know if we'll skip. I don't know. So this one looks a lot like the other one that we're coming from. I mean, it's pretty much the same thing, so we'll see how it goes. I think I might get another handwriting too that's more, and she was doing some more, and I'll try to list all of this in the description box so you can kind of go check it out and see if that's something that you want. But she was doing some other handwriting as well, like it would have a poem up here at the top, and she would just have to write it on the lines. That was pretty neat. It took her a while because she was doing that, you know, the first part of her first grade year, and it took her a while to pay attention and make sure she was where she was supposed to be. Like she would skip lines or she'd skip words and different things. But we're done with that book now. But as she progressed in the book, she got better at that. But I think, because toward the end of this book, like I said, it's a reason for handwriting. Toward the end of this book, there's just these blank sheets. And so I'm thinking about just giving her a verse, or even have her look up a verse in the Bible. And just give her a verse and let her write, practice it. Just write it on the paper. So I thought about doing that. If you hear little feet, she is up moving around. Malia, why don't you go get ready for bed, okay? After you put that up. Okay, so next is this Comprehension Skills Grade 1 with Scholastic. This one just has like a short passage. Let me see. It has a little short passage, and then it has 3 or so. I think pretty much they're all, I think they're all pretty much the same. So it has a little passage, and then you have 3 little questions to answer about the passage. Right now it's working on the main idea pretty much, and details like the difference between. And then this and also saying, okay. So it works on, I guess, a little bit on meanings. But yeah, she's done good with this one as well. And I just wanted it to kind of make sure she was where she needed to be with her comprehension. This is another reading comprehension. I picked both of these up and that last one from Mardell's. I'm sure you could get it on Amazon. Like I said, I'm going to link them if I can find them below. You might could find them on eBay for used, or Facebook groups for used. Well, you don't want them used, obviously, but Facebook groups that, have, maybe the mom bought them and it didn't end up using them. So, but if you want some, if you want to know some of the ones that I'm, the groups that I'm in, you can just comment below and I'll let you know. Okay, so this is grade 1, another reading comprehension. This one's a little bit more fun. Has more hands-on stuff to do. So sometimes she'll cut or color. It'll give her instructions. See, this one's following directions. So it'll give her some directions and she needs to do it. And so it just kind of comprehension in a different way. But she even made a comment that this one was fun. So she likes that one. This one, I got to replace the lollipop logic because we only have one more page left in that book, and so I got this one again at Mardell's the other day. Analogies for critical thinking, grades 1 through 2. So she's done a couple of pages in this, and then I realized I wanted to finish the other one before we went into this. That way you know, the book would be cleaner. I wouldn't have to be going back and forth, because sometimes I'll just kind of go back and forth between different things, but I don't like doing that. It's just easier for me just to come in here and get the pages out and be done. So, but, so this one, look at each row of pictures. Which picture can best be linked with the first picture? So, of course, it would be the shoe. So, but yeah, again, that just is to get her brain going a little bit. So, then we have success with writing. I just got this to kind of, really all of this to kind of back up what we're already doing, or some of it, not the logic, but like the comprehension. We're already doing that in our English curriculum, but I just wanted to make sure she was getting enough practice, I guess. Excuse me. Getting enough practice of, you know, the sentences and different things. So, but yeah, so this is again grade 1. This was a small book, so we're going to go, most of these were small books, so we're going to go through these books really fast. So, sorry, my daughter's over here talking to me.
Why did he not go off with it?
You can. Okay, so next is math. We did Matthew C for, I can't remember if we did primer in Matthew C or not. I want to say we started it and then we stopped, or like we just went ahead and went to the alpha. I think that's the next one. She finished that one. It seemed to be getting, or pretty much finished it. It seemed to be getting really redundant with the blocks and stuff. It was really good for her, you know, to have the little manipulatives, and it's really good for little ones. I mean, I'm not saying anything against it at all, but we went ahead and moved to Saxon because I was going to anyway, and in a little bit higher grade. But we went ahead and did. So we went ahead and finished Saxon 1. And we went through it pretty quickly. The Matthew C was more of, like, it just concentrated pretty much on addition. And it did throw a little bit of time in there. And it waited for several lessons before it went to, you know, subtraction, which I understand that. But it was not a lot of variety. So Saxon gives us a little bit more variety than just doing the same addition over and over again. It's like Matthew C would pretty much, I mean, it'd be different, but it'd be pretty much just a page kind of like this, and you know, figure it out with the blocks. I mean, it would have, I want to say it did have, maybe, I don't even think it had word problems on there. I don't remember. But yeah, so we started using Saxon a little early. We just came into grade 2, Saxon 2, which is kind of like grade 2, but I think on their website they have a placement test if you want to look at that before you buy. I get a lot of my stuff secondhand off of the Facebook groups that I was talking about. If I can't find it there, then I will buy it, you know, from a store, like Amazon or eBay, anywhere I can get it cheap. So yeah, so this is still working with the time. She's pretty good at telling time, but this is now going, like, you know, it's 1 o'clock now. An hour ago it was what? And so that's her new concept that she's been working on for a little while. So she'll do, like, it just depends. Like, this one don't have a back. Oh, it's an assessment, that's why. So the assessments are just front page, and then you'll have a page like this. But it depends on the day and really how I feel and how she feels on how many pages she does. She flies through math. So I mean, I've been known to give her, you know, 5 pages, not front and back, but like this one wouldn't have a back. So I would give her this one, and then this one has front and back, and then she would do this one, which doesn't have a back. And she's not complained about it. I don't do that very often, though. Usually it's just, 2 to 3 to 4 pages. Like I said, depending on what we're doing. If we're traveling that day, then sometimes I'll give her more just to take some time up. Because if we're traveling to see family, now it's a 10-hour drive, and so I think she can do 5 pages of math in the truck. So yeah, so there's, like I said, we just started that one, so we have, oh goodness, knew that was going to happen. Okay, so now on to, and I did not keep the cover for this. Malia, will you get me the teacher's manual to the English, please? Okay, so this is our English program. It's Logic Without English. We have done, geez, how do they do it? A, B, and C, and this is D. So A and B are is for 1 year based, depending on how you work, but it's technically 1 year. Okay, so A 1 semester and then B. And so we did C last semester, and then now we're on D. We skip this a lot more than we do anything else, and that's the reason why she's a little bit more, if you want to say, behind in it. She's not behind. She's in a good place with it as far as our time frame goes. But if I would have been keeping up with this as much as I have the rest of it, then she probably would have she would have been on the next level of this too. This takes a lot of time for me to help her. So if we're traveling, or if we're at grandparents' house or different things, this is the one that I am most likely to put to the side, which is not good. After, and this is what it looks like, and this is just level D. After this, I am still trying to decide if I want to go to their next one, which is called Essentials, or if I want to do a different program that is not so involved. This is very involved. Some of these lessons, they can last an hour easy, and to me that's a long time for English. And I don't like splitting up lessons, and I know that might be weird, and I might have to just get used to it. But I don't like, it just in my head, I just don't like splitting up lessons. It's just weird for me, and I just like to do a whole lesson. So I don't know what I'm going to do about this. I'm still researching. Here is the inside of the teacher's manual, if you can see. It gives you the list of all of the phonograms. Those are the basic phonograms. There's the rest of it. It has a materials needed page for each lesson. And then it tells you what you're working on for each lesson. We just started this one not too long ago. It is Common Core aligned. I know a lot of people have a problem with that. I don't know how this is Common Core aligned. I don't know much about Common Core. I just know that this is really, really, really good curriculum, even though it is lengthy and it takes a lot of time. Not preparing. It doesn't take any time preparing. It takes time, just in your day, your homeschool day. But even though it does, it's a very good curriculum. Malia's enjoyed it. She's learned a lot. She's a good reader. It wanted me to test her reading just a lesson or two ago. They have spelling words. Logic Without English teaches you how to read through spelling. And so you learn all of the, I think there's like 70 something, all of the rules that goes along with the English language. And now since we're in level D, and I think even in level C, it was doing, again, comprehension. Like she would read a book or a story that they had on the paper or whatever, and they would ask her questions about it and different things. And it has the spelling. It's also teaching her right now about your ending marks and nouns and different things like that. So since we've gotten into this one, it's getting to more be about sentence structure than just, just reading only. I mean, this is a very good curriculum. She's done well with it. Like I said, I was fixing to say just a couple of lessons ago, because we started this not too long ago. I don't know where it is. I don't want to just keep plumbing through here, but they had me test her reading level. And she is actually in, like I said, she's in first grade, but she is actually, according to what we did in here, which is just a passage that they gave us in here, which was, words that she should have already been familiar with because of what she's learned and different things. But according to this, she is in like a second semester, second grade level. So she's kind of basically, according to this, a year ahead in her reading, and it's all because of this. Before we started this, when we first started doing her alphabet sounds, I thought she was going to have a whole lot more trouble reading than what she is now. It took her a while to get the first sounds down, but once we started this, she still didn't have her first sounds down, but once we started this, her reading, of course it was a progress, but it took off. She has been known now to read, like a small chapter book in one setting. It'd take her, 2 hours to read it or whatever. Maybe probably not even that long. I don't know how long the book was, but it's just a small chapter book. Decent size, with mainly words on each page and not a bunch of pictures kind of thing. But she reads well. She's gotten her Bible the past couple of days, and I think it's the International Readers Bible, I think is what it's called, the IRB. And so it's for young readers or younger readers. But it's not like baby books or just stories. Like it's the Bible. It's just on a a younger level, I guess. Emily, go get me your Bible.
Okay.
Oh. You okay? But yeah, so she's been getting her Bible the last couple of days. It's over there on the couch. She's been getting her Bible the last couple of days, and she's been reading like several chapters at a time. And she has problems with a few words. Like, I think the first time she sounded out righteousness, she wasn't quite sure of it. Here, hand it to me, babe. And, a few different words like that, but geez, righteousness is a pretty big book. So this is what it is. It's the Big Picture Interactive Bible. And it is not. I was wrong. It is the HCSB. So it is not the International Readers Bible. So what is the HSBC? What is that? Holman's Christian Bible. Holman's Christian something Bible. So that is just like Holman Christian Standard Bible. So that's just like a regular translation. It's not for kids, but this is a kid Bible. So that's surprising for me. That's very interesting that she can read it that well. Okay, so she's been reading in Psalms. Words like wicked and delight, instruction, meditates, judgment, community, righteous, anointed, restraints. She had trouble with restraints. I remember asking me in the car or the truck. But yeah, a lot of, it's great. But all her reading is because of this curriculum. So I recommend the curriculum. This Bible was awesome. I got it on christianbooks.com, and it was actually on sale for like, I want to say it was either $7 or $10. And then I paid the extra money to have her name put at the bottom, because what kid doesn't want their name put at the bottom, right? So that was her first Bible with her name on it. So that's great. Let me show you to the like what it has. See, it has little pictures, and there's an app, and this is like 3D or whatever. I don't know. I didn't think the app was worth it. We tried it once, and it was just kind of a pain for us. But it also has little questions. See, like the big question. And I'm wanting her to start doing Bible study on her own some. And so I thought these questions would be neat for her Bible study. Why did Jesus have to suffer? And then the answer was Jesus had to suffer so that we could be healed of our sins. Christ connection. So, I mean, it has a lot of really neat things in it for our kids. Verse to remember. I call on you, God, because you will answer me. Listen closely to me. Hear what I say. Psalm 17:6. So, but yeah, so I recommend this Bible too. She loves it. Okay, so I'm just going to kind of flip through here and kind of show you a little bit of what the Logic of English, this is the student book, and this is, like I said, level D. So she's done these. Sure.
That Bible is really easy to read.
She said that Bible is really easy to read. Hopefully you could hear her. Okay, so we've done these. We did these in level D as well. I mean C. I can't remember if they went back any further, but it's tic-tac-toe. What kid don't like tic-tac-toe? But you tic-tac-toe with phonograms instead of your X's and O's. They have a lot of activities in this book, which is what takes a lot of time. Yes, activities are fun, but I personally don't think you have to have 4 activities in one lesson kind of thing. So, but we just kind of, if I don't think she needs it, then we just skip over it, or work on it another time. So there's sometimes she's cutting out different things and putting them where they belong. See, it looks like this one is, she'll have piles, and so she'll put her different piles into person, place, or thing. Her different nouns. In level C, they did not have your list like this. They did not have a page for your spelling list. You just wrote it on your marker board that comes with the kit. We didn't use our marker board that came with a kit. I just got a marker board, a cheap one from the Dollar Tree, and that's what we used through A, B, and C. And we still have it. I don't know, we don't need it right now, but we might use it again later. Anyway, so in level D, they have 6 words and then 2 that's optional. I always do the optional ones too. In the other levels, I think they had 3 words and then 2 were optional, so I ended up with 5, but I've always done all the words. So, but yeah, if you want a better review of Logic of English, then let me know below, and I will get that together with you, and I'll get out all the stuff that we have and all of the levels that we have, which we won't have, these anymore, but I'll have the teacher's manuals will show you, and all of the stuff that comes with it. So if you want to see that, just let me know. But yeah, I mean, that's all that she does. Oh, and she reads. We get books from the library. We have been getting she'll read her Bible. We've been getting books from actually thrift stores. There's a place not too far from us that sells books super cheap, and so we've been known to go there and just get seriously a buggy full of books, because you can get a whole reusable shopping sack thing for $5. And so we've done that a couple of times, but she just pretty much reads whatever she's interested in, other than what she's supposed to read with her English. But I try to get her to read, for a while every day. I don't have a time on it. I just kind of figure, yeah, she's read enough, or no, she hasn't. She needs to read it a little bit more. I've been thinking about putting a time on it. We, as you can probably see from our system, we are super relaxed with it. I just want to make sure, that she's doing what she needs to, but I don't want to be strict about it. But with the books, as time goes on, we'll still, use the library as we can, and get books from thrift stores, or buy books if we end up finding something that she really likes is in a series. She just read all 3 Danny books. It's like My Happy Life, I think is what they're called, and there's 3 in the series, and she read all of those. In fact, I think that was one of the books that she read in one setting, and they're really nice. But reading is very important too, and that's practice is what's going to make your child a good reader, for sure. That and a good curriculum. So I guess that's it for this video. I'm going to be doing another one over, I'm going to be doing another one over her daily binder. I'm going to be setting that up for a few days, and I'm going to do that on camera and show you what I do. And so if you want to watch that, then you can stick around and subscribe, and that will come to you very soon. Go ahead, say it loud. Say it loud.
I'm not talking to them yet. Can I tell them why I used to pen my style again?
No, we're gonna do that later. Okay, so sorry about that. Sorry about that delay. But yeah, if you're interested in her daily binder, which is super just grab and go, along with this for the most part. The only thing that's not in this is science and the teacher's manuals, which the only teacher's manual I have is for English and for math, and most of the time I don't use the math one. I don't really do the lessons on the Saxon, like as far as the lessons that are in the teacher's manual. If a new concept comes up and she don't know how to do it, I explain it to her and we move on. But that's how we do that. But if you want any reviews on these, like more in depth of these, I think I pretty much did a pretty good job on them, as far as being in depth. Saxon does have manipulatives, and it's really nice to use those sometimes. But if you want to know anything else about what we do, then just let me know, and I'll do what I can to get you a video. And I'm going to be doing this again as the time comes when we start moving more into 2nd grade, as we start finishing all of this. If you want more content like this and you like me, then just give it a thumbs up and subscribe, and don't forget to hit the little bell so I post a video. We'll also eventually be having travel videos on this channel, and I guess it's going to be a little bit of everything. That could be good or bad, but it's just our life, and that's what we want to show you. So yeah, y'all have a great day, and we'll see you next time. Talk to you later, and say bye.
Bye.